All right, hey you guys. I wanted to talk about something that's going on Twitter in a minute. So the end of this stream, I'll cover lit tweets that people are posting about Shane Dawson. But right now, I wanted to play a little bit. This is not going to be a long stream. I wanted to play a little bit of Metal Gear Solid while talking about Shane's apology. First off, when I am referencing Shane's apology, I never watch anything. I'm a useless source of information as far as actually knowing what people say. What I do know is what people respond with. And that's pretty important because we're in the middle of outrage culture. And that is something that would be nice if it was, I don't know, remedied. Like something that we would get over and cancel. So Shane Dawson killed a guy in a base. No, no. Shane Dawson straight up apologized today, and people are mostly mad about blackface. For some reason, the whole pedophile stuff that was allegedly happening, that's not on their mind. They're like, okay, whatever. Let's just worry about the blackface, and that's weird to me because pretty much anyone you ask, if you say, is he racist? Does he hate black people? They're going to say no, because it's obvious he doesn't hate black people. He's just a person who made really, I guess, horrible jokes because he was doing stereotypes of black people, and historically that's like one of the most racist things you can do. So people are super upset about that, and they don't care about, I guess, the children that have been involved in all this nonsense. So how will we react? Well, everybody basically forgave him. Keemstar promised yesterday that he was canceled, right? On his Twitter. Turns out, I'm gonna die! No, it turns out, yeah, no, he's not canceled. He's perfectly fine because he apologized. He magically said, you know, I'm sorry guys, I blame my childhood, yada yada yada. According to every comment I read, he was just blaming his childhood. And now it's all cool. It's all kosher. We're all happy and... Where'd you come? Holy shit. Jesus Christ. No, apparently it's all good and dandy, and we should all feel better because he said sorry and he had a fucked up childhood, right? That's the general stance that I'm getting from every single person, and people totally bought it. He's uncanceled. He's good to go. Now Jeffree Star is still a jerk because he hasn't, I guess, apologized with ooh eyes or said something to blame something else other than himself, you know? And I'm just sitting here going, I don't care. I really, at this point, I don't care. What I care about is that it doesn't happen more. Like, that this person is not going to continue to Google naked babies, as he said he did. He's not going to continue to Google children inappropriately dressed on YouTube, as he made videos about. And that he's not going to subject more minors, like his 12-year-old cousin, to twerking on camera, to eating hot dogs while saying this is for all the child molesters watching. Like, he did a lot of these things, and it seems like nobody cares about the kids. They just care about, oh, he made a joke multiple times with blackface. And you know what you guys don't know is that there is this chick named Shauna Malcolm. You guys should look up Shauna Malcolm. She got bombarded by Shane Dawson fans. She's a black woman, and she was used as the token black person for Shane Dawson's videos, so he could basically say, okay, I'm Shane Dawson, but... you know, even though I'm wearing blackface, I have this black person here with me, so that somehow makes it okay. That was the general gaffe, I think you call it, or the whole gig. So Shauna Malcolm later on faced the repercussions early on, because apparently Shane Dawson is immune, being a white male, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. But she was totally canceled, hardcore canceled. This black woman that I've met, and she's a nice, wonderful person as far as I know. But she was canceled. She made a video calling out Shane Dawson, saying that she was sorry for being that token black person in the video, where Shane was just like basically using her as a prop to say, okay, yeah, this is the person that has this skin color, so I can basically wear blackface and it'll be okay. You guys really, really should look up Shauna Malcolm for that reason. Regardless, oh god, I'm stuck on a ledge over here. It's like my YouTube career. Anyway, so Shauna Malcolm literally deleted all her videos last time I checked, and she left the internet. So again, black woman takes the fall for white man. Shane doesn't, I didn't see Shane give a fuck at all about that. I didn't see any, hey, leave Shauna Malcolm alone or anything like that. I could be wrong. He could have defended her, but I didn't see anything like that. And he just basically, you know, left her out to dry. And he probably did that because she said, I'm sorry for being the token black person for Shane. I'm sorry for being this person. Like, as I recall, based on the mini comedy sketches that I saw bits and pieces of, he used the word monkey at some point to refer to black people. in his videos. And as I recall, she was in that video. I could be wrong. That's why we all need to, like, you know, not just trust what we hear on YouTube, but actually look it up ourselves, see the videos ourselves. I don't want to pull them up because of copyright, and also I don't want to see it again. But you guys can understand, this person it's a bad childhood does not make you racist, okay? It doesn't. A bad just like, okay, so kids can naturally be racist, that's possible. But my Uncle Charlie, when I shouldn't have said his name at all. My Uncle Charles lives in Tennessee. Probably shouldn't have said that either. But my Uncle Charles lives in Tennessee, and he said, "You better watch out." My name was Greg at the time when I was a kid. "You better watch out when you leave your house. There might be," and he said this. He said, "There might be a black person around the corner trying to rob your house." That's what he said. Okay, so I had racist relatives from Tennessee infusing this racism in my head. And you know what I thought as a child? I was like fucking 7 years old or some shit. I thought to myself, you are a dumb old man. That's what I thought. Because I had a black foster brother. I don't know what the fuck ever happened to him. I guess he found a permanent home or some shit. But I had a picture of me as a kid. We're doing a human pyramid. And this black boy is on my back as a kid. I recall him being on my back. He was like the second person up. And then like one of my sisters at the very top. So 2 of us at the bottom. Yeah. so I don't fucking remember how the photo went. Anyway, so there might have been an adult there somewhere, I don't know. But no, so I had this in my head, hey, black people are cool, and they're perfectly fine. I had multiple black people that I dated, and, you know, things didn't work out with the kissing on one person, and the other one just didn't work out. Point is, I saw how black people were personally, and I liked them. Just like, you know, not all of them. You don't like all white people either. But there's a lot of black people that I liked. And so I saw my Uncle Charles being racist as fuck, and I'm sitting here going, you're an idiot. Black people don't just rob you. All people rob you. All people can fucking take your shit from your house if they're crazy and horrible, you know? So, as a child, I saw this racism, and I thought, you're full of shit. So how is Shane Dawson blaming his childhood, and anyway, for any of this behavior? You can't say, I got a fucked up childhood. This is how an apology works, okay? I fucked up. I did bad things. I am sorry for doing those bad things. If I ever do them again, never forgive me. Clearly, I haven't learned my lesson. But I swear to you, on this day, I will never do that again. That's like literally how an apology works. You don't go, ooh, my childhood. Ooh, bad feelings. Ooh, I'm a victim. You don't make yourself look like the sad sob story. Okay? If you're making an apology, it's just own up to it. That's it. Anyway, so that was the gist of what happened with Shane recently, as far as all the comments I saw. It was mostly fangirls on YouTube saying, Shane Dawson's actually a great guy, we love him, we understand, honey, you're a poor baby, you're a fucking grown-ass man, but let's all feel bad for you, okay? Even though, like, literally, I don't know why everyone's just forgetting the fucking kids. You know, we're talking about prepubescent children that he involved in his videos, and talked about looking up in his videos and on his podcast in a pornographic manner. Like, that's, look it up. It's out there. And that, you can't blame that shit on your childhood either. You can't. My dad was allegedly molested as a child. Wound up being a child molester himself. Okay? So, is he okay for being that? Because he had a fucked up childhood? No. It's horrible what happened to him. But that doesn't mean you can say, oh, this is why it's okay. Or, oh, this is why you should feel like sorry for me. And, like, wind up making me the hero for the fucked up shit that I did. You know? It just doesn't work that way in the real world. But for some reason on YouTube, it's fine. On Twitter, oh my god. Everybody's mad as fuck. But on YouTube, it's like, oh, we love you, honey. It's fine. And you know what's sad about all this? Is Jenna Marble straight up canceled herself. But Shane did, like, you know, 40 times worse shit, and he's fine. He's good. And I'm not saying Shane shouldn't be fine. I'm not saying that Shane is a horrible person. I'm just saying that we should probably handle this in a way that actually makes a person take responsibility, rather than just making one 20-minute video going, I'm taking responsibility, and then all's forgiven. That doesn't really make sense. If you're taking responsibility, do something. Fucking Shane, you have millions of dollars. Donate to something. Prove that you actually are willing to lose something rather than just saying you are. You know? Really, all out, give up your shit. And, you know, I'm kind of overstepping because, again, I only read comments. You know, I'm being full front. honest here, I didn't care to watch his 20-minute video of him talking about his fucking childhood. So he could have been sincere, he could have been wonderful and all that shit, but I am talking about specifically the context of how people reacted to this and what they said happened. And what they said happened is accurate, then fuck, man. There's a lot of repair and a lot of action to make up for this shit. You can't just talk. Talking is so bullshit. I don't get why you can do things that are really inappropriate. I don't get why you can do things that are really inappropriate and say things that are really inappropriate, and all it takes is one fucking video and all's forgiven. You know, this isn't a fucking Catholic church, okay? This isn't fucking confession. This is the real world, and real things happened, and I really hope he does apologize to his cousin for the shit he subjected her to for money. Like having a 12-year-old twerk on camera, or however old she was, etc. Regardless, let's check out these fucking comments, shall we? So this is Shane. Shane Twitter. Why did Shane Dawson blame his childhood trauma for his racism? Sir, I have childhood trauma too, and I'm not fucking racist. Well, I mean, that... What is that? That's like a straw man argument because, you know, just because something happens to you doesn't mean, you know, I'm just saying that. Like, that's a thing. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means that that's a common argument that people resort to. Black Lives Matter and the title. See, we're talking about more people who are like, you know, I don't know why they have a black person below it reacting. But they said, Shane Dawson just said that, did he just say that he was inspired by Jenna's video? Jenna's video wasn't a sign by the universe. You were a grown man talking about accountability for your actions. It isn't a trend. You know, this isn't even coherent, this statement. It got retweeted a bunch of times, I'm sure, but it doesn't make any sense to me because it's like, dude, you're avoiding the point entirely. We're talking about a person who has been accused of horrible crimes against children. You're talking about a person who's been accused of horrible things involving the actual law and violation of it, and the only thing people can focus on is him making jokes, you know, much like Dave Chappelle makes jokes and much like any other comedian makes jokes, you know? So it's kind of, you need to look at people actually being victimized versus jokes, okay? So, and this is me saying that a lot of things that Shane Dawson said and did were just jokes. And it's okay to be a comedian who jokes. And it's not okay to be a person who can't take a joke. I'm not talking about blackface, by the way. I'm talking about, you know, like fucking Dave Chappelle said something along the lines of, if he was Michael Jackson, he would have fucked Macaulay Culkin. Okay, that's a pedophile joke, but you understand how it's a joke. And it's not serious because he doesn't sound like he's actually sexually attracted to Macaulay Culkin. He's just fucking around. It's a joke. Now, when Shane talks about stuff, it actually sounded like he was attracted to 7-year-olds when he kept saying that a 7 or 8 or 9-year-old was sexy when he talked about her Instagram. That was really creepy. Okay. But also he said it was a joke. So you have to kind of like figure out, you know, based on patterns of him later on saying that he Googled children and so forth. And it's so crazy how many times he's deleted videos just to like fucking cover up a lot of shit. And not have to face, you know, not to have to take responsibility. Like, why are you hiding the videos that you're taking responsibility for? You know, like, why don't we get to know who you are? Why are you deleting them in mass numbers while saying that you're paying the price? Like, I just don't get that. Additionally, it says the difference between Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson, their videos, is that one of them is taking accountability while the other one saw the other and they didn't want to get dragged again, but won't actually take accountability. And see, I feel like it's really good that he made a video. It would just be nice if it was a lot more actions than words, you know, like not just like, oh guys, I'm sorry, and that's enough. Like, no, stop talking about your fucking childhood. Stop talking about all the excuses. Just fucking tell us what you're going to do to make it less horrible. Okay, donate to Black Lives Matter, or donate to fucking a children's shelter or something like that, like a domestic violence shelter or something like that, to show that you actually want to take all the money that you made off these creepy fucking videos that you made where you were literally looking up kiddie porn, okay, on YouTube, where he actually did that. He was blurring out kids dancing around, like 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds, shit like that. And he's like, guys, isn't this creepy? And it's like, yeah. It's creepy that you have this, dude, that you're actually looking it up yourself and pretending like, oh, it's so horrible, but you're voluntarily looking at it. Why are you doing that? You know, if it's so horrible to you, don't fucking look it up. Don't fucking... Anyway, so we got this. Shane Dawson be like, there's a demon in my house. Yeah, bitch, it's you. A lot of people thought that was sassy and funny. That's not even a comeback. You know, you're just fucking... That's not even a coherent argument. You know, you're a demon. Come on. Next one, no Shane Dawson victimizing himself for a good 20 minutes while locals eat it up. Chili, this is too much. I don't know what that means. But I mean, what they're saying is subscribers will believe anything and always forgive that. I said it was like an abusive relationship, like the boyfriend you shouldn't take back. But this isn't. I don't want to like this to be a biased hate video about Shane Dawson or anything like that. I want it to be something that's just saying, Shane, you're a human, but you have to do something to actually prove. I mean, you don't actually have to do shit because people forgive you for anything. But I'm just saying, in the real world, you would generally have to pay a price for a crime that you committed or something that you did that was horribly wrong. Okay? And something that you did was horribly wrong was the things I listed. It's the things where you're constantly subjecting children to perverted ass shit. Like your little cousin, where you're saying, hey, dude, can you eat this hot dog slow for all the child molesters watching? Like that's something you told your little cousin to do. Okay? You told your cousin to give someone a lap dance on camera. Okay? You did these things, dude. You told like a little girl to twerk. The fuck, dude? Like, there's so many. If you search for this, you will find it. All the shit Shane Dawson did. You need to prove. You need to establish. You need to donate. You need to do something that proves you actually fucking give a shit other than just go on camera and say, I'm sorry. Because these are real world things. You need to apologize to these kids that you subjected to your videos and sexualize them. In such an obvious way. You ask them to take part in sexually suggestive acts on video. It's like literally all over the internet. It's not like an implication or anything. It's literally out there. So do something to make it. I'm not trying to just cancel you, you know? I'm trying to say you did something horrible many times, like saying you jacked off on your cat. So do something to improve it. Okay? Do something. Donate to a fucking animal shelter. Do something to prove that you're not this person you described, and then you're just Shane Dawson giving 20-minute apologies for being racist and doing blackface countless times. White bitches. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the white bitches thing. Is the comments. We love you, Shane. You clearly said you're not wrong. Okay? You're not wrong. I can't argue with that. Shane Dawson gives a half-assed apology for racism, blackface, and inappropriate sexual jokes in front of minors, inspiring against a 19-year-old. Who the fuck? 19 is an adult. The fuck are you talking about? Well, poor 19-year-olds. When I was 19, I was in the Air Force, okay? I was ready to die for my country and shit. You can't feel sorry for them. We forgive you, Queen. Okay. It's true. It's true. Another Black Lives Matter person. Black Lives Matter people are very upset at Shane Dawson, as you can see. LMFAO, Shane Dawson deleted my comment, so I'm going to say it again here. You apologized for years of blackface and racism, and yet you were still making thousands when you kept merch of that racist character years after the apology until next week. You know, nobody's talking about Shauna Malcolm. It is literally a black woman who took the fall for Shane Dawson. A black woman who was basically martyred for Shane Dawson. Okay, you guys need to look up Shauna Malcolm and see what happened to her. Okay? You need to see what happened to Shauna fucking Malcolm. Because that woman did nothing wrong. I literally worked with her. I collaborated with her in an awesome, awesome video. It was a really great video I did with Black Box TV. And she was the nicest fucking person. But she got canceled taking the fall for this fucker. This guy right here. She took the fall for that guy. And what did he do to save her? Did he defend her or anything? You know, she called him out. This is true. She said that she didn't like being in those videos with Shane. And she said that she regretted those videos and shit like that. But even so, Shane had a responsibility. That's the action you could take, Shane. That's the responsibility. You need to revive Shauna Malcolm. You need to address how she got canceled for your ass and your pretty racist sketches. Like, I gotta admit, they're pretty fucking racist, okay? They're so racist, you guys. It's so bad. The shit Shane used to do, I dropped my jaw. Even they say, you know, it was acceptable back then, but it's not acceptable now. Back then, I was pretty fucking shook. But I saw that everybody else was down with it, and I just let it go. I didn't support it. I wasn't about it, but I also didn't fight it. So I was one of the guys that wasn't helping. I just watched it happen and did nothing. But no, it was pretty fucking bad, and I knew it. I knew what he was doing back then. It was pretty fucking bad. Yes, Dave Chappelle can do it because, you know, there's not There's not like hundreds of years of white slavery. That's why black people can tell jokes that white people can't, because we weren't oppressed like black people, and it's not so hurtful to us. We don't, compared to black people, white people don't even know what pain is. Like most of us. There's kids that get cancer, you know, and they know what pain is if they're white, black, whatever. It doesn't matter. They know what pain is. That's real suffering. Getting cancer, Jesus Christ. But there's a lot of white people who are perfectly healthy and they think they have problems. You have no fucking idea. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I just know I've never really suffered as much as a lot of black people have. Okay? I was privileged from the moment I was born. I had a child molester for a father, and I was born to a single mom, and we were poor, and we were living on food stamps. You know what? That actually sounds pretty bad. Actually, when I talk about my life, you know what? I'll just blame my childhood for everything. Okay, Shane? I'll blame my childhood. I had a hard childhood. I can now be racist. Like, we all had, like, a lot of us had a fucked up childhood, bro. You can't just say, oh my God. Jenna Marble, so you told Shane you can copy my homework, but don't make it obvious. Shane said he was inspired by her. That makes sense. I don't know why people are criticizing that. It makes sense. But look at that likes to dislikes ratio, okay? I can't get that if my life depended on it. 147K to 14. That's like 1 out of every 10, you guys. 1 out of every 10 people was like, nah, I don't buy it. So 9 out of 10 people were like, we love you. You're daddy. Fucking, you guys are lemmings, dude. I swear to God. Shane's apology that it's not the black community's place on accepting Shane's apology. It's the black community. Let's discuss. Shane left it up to us whether or not to accept his apology. It's our choice, so don't choose for us. All right, let's see what this says. Let's see his apology. I'm actually going to do my research.
Putting good into the world, and it won't be.
Oh, he's almost crying. That helps.
Drama or anything negative, and I'm going to stick by that. So thank you for watching this. If you.
Oh, this time he's not screaming at the camera. I'm not a fucking pedophile. This time he's all soft voice. That's a good change. That's development.
You watching this video right now feel that way? Please, like. I don't ever want you to feel like I'm forcing you to forgive me. That is not what I want to do. I promise that I'm going to show you through my actions. And I promise that whatever I do next will be...
Bring back Shauna Malcolm. That's your action, Shane. You say you're going to show through your actions with your double chin. I can't help it. I can't help being a piece of shit, you guys. I have to make fun of his double chin because I'm a bad person. Anyway, so he was so pretty, and now he's just let himself go. It's so sad. But no, like, show through your actions. Bring back Shauna Malcolm. That is your responsibility. You fucking rode her life, her career into the ground. Shauna fucking Malcolm, a wonderful black woman that you fucking destroyed. Shane Dawson, bring her back. That's your fucking action. Just do that, okay? Bring back Shauna Malcolm. She was a fucking ray of light. I loved her, and I barely knew her. Like, I met her for, like, fucking... I knew her for, like, no minutes, okay? We did one video together. We spent like, maybe 9 hours together, tops. But in that time, I knew that she was fucking awesome. So bring her back if you're not full of shit, Shane.
Be putting good into the world, and it won't be putting hate or drama or anything negative, and I'm going to stick by that. So thank you for watching this. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. And I hope that you learned some lessons from me.
Yeah, like, if everybody laughs with you, it's okay. But if everybody says no, then you got to make an apology video because you're not your own person. You're just a lemming who goes with the popularity rather than your own morals because you don't have morals. You only follow the crowd. That's like basically everyone watching this right now, which is like 3 people. 145, that's all right. But that's like everybody. We're all just fucking lemmings, you guys. You know, we're just following each other. Is this okay to do? Is this okay to do? Can I do this? But Shane should have fucking known with the kids, man. Everybody knows don't fuck with kids. Like, don't fuck with 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, prepubescent children. Don't fuck with 13, 14, 15, 16. Just don't do that, okay? 17, I mean, I guess, you know, some states, I guess it's legal. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't care. I'm 34. It's not relevant to me. But the point is that this guy, he does what you guys tell him to. If you didn't have outrage right now, he wouldn't be sorry for shit. And that's a fact. Okay? And that's just how we work. That's human beings. It's not like a Shane Dawson problem. It's a human problem. We're all so full of shit, you guys.
Especially if you're young. I hope you learned a lot of lessons from everything that I have done, put out into the world, mistakes I've made. I hope that you can see that and know that it's never too late to address it.
Oh, hero.
And to change.
White hero. Oh, look at that white. Guys, he's our white hero. I forgive him. Don't you? We all forgive him. Because he sounded sad. He sounded really sad, you guys. And he said, learn from my mistakes. He was very humble, ate the humble pie, has 2 zits on his neck, which really helps the whole I'm a raw, real human being, just like Jenna Marbles. Like, for some reason, in all the apology videos, people are like, I'm not going to wear makeup. No makeup at all. I don't know what that, I think it's like a manipulation tactic, or like it's just like, because like, you know, literally every single person who does an apology video, they think, how can I convince these people that I'm sorry? They may be sorry. They may not be sorry. But they're not going to think, I got to put on makeup first. You know, they don't think me presenting myself in a nice way is going to make them think I'm really sorry. So they present themselves this way. And they're like, how do I talk? Do I scream, I'm not a fucking bat out like you did last time? Or does he just say, oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so offended. I can't believe I did that. You know, and it's all forgiven because we are fucking stupid. He doesn't actually have to do anything. He just has to say that he's going to do something. You know, he just has to pretend to be sad. He doesn't actually have to prove it. This is the thing. With your apology, words are not enough. He literally should have held up a thing that, or maybe even talked to black people. Had a black person explain to him Black Lives Matter. Had a black person sit across from him and say, you know, this is why this is offensive. Have him apologize to them directly. You know, have some humble pie to something other than a piece of machinery. You know, a fucking camera. You know, I never actually have to talk to the people that I've offended. I just have to fucking say I'm sorry to the camera, you know, and that somehow makes it okay. It doesn't have to be personal. I can just go fucking jerk off to whatever the fuck he jerks off to and have a nice day. Doesn't matter. None of this fucking matters. Just say what people want to hear, right, Shane? So I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's fake. I'm not saying he's real. I'm just saying human beings, social media, all of it is a fucking carnival. And it just seems like no matter how much you try, if you are influenced by money, if you're influenced by views, if you're influenced by pretty much anything, you can't be an authentic person because of the fact that you're so worried about what people think of you. You're so worried about what the outcome of what you say is going to be. You just want people to love you because you're a narcissist. You need people to love you, right? And you could say this is projecting, but I don't try to fucking please anyone. Fuck all of you. You know, like, that's what's funny. Is like people say you're a narcissist all the time, but I don't need that love from a bunch of fucking strangers online. I just want to be truthful so I can sleep with myself, you know, so I can masturbate in the mirror. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go back to being a porn star, and this is my stupid fucking opinion. You are welcome. Yeah. I kind of like Shane Dawson. I just got to say, I kind of like him. I mean, I have to admit something, okay? Without Shane Dawson, I probably might not be a dad right now. Okay, I probably might not have met my husband. Don't think about that too much, okay? It'll confuse you. But I have a wonderful husband. I have a wonderful family. And it's because my husband found me through Shane Dawson videos. Is that crazy? So thank you to Shane Dawson for that. And I've been such an asshole to him, even in this video, with the double chin comment, with the zit comment. I'm just not a good person, you guys. I'm mean. I'm a fucking asshole. And that's why so many people want to ruin me, because I'm such a dick. And I understand, but that's what happens when you just say what's on your cynical mind. I'm cynical as fuck. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, thank you to Shane Dawson. I need to be more appreciative of this guy. I know he's done a lot of horrible shit, but that doesn't mean, like, everything has good in it. You guys understand that? Every piece of shit has nutrients in it. Okay. Like, if there's a pile of shit, you can filter out the water and drink it. You know. That's such a great analogy. But the point is that everything has value, even if it's a literal pile of shit. And I think that I'm no better than Shane. In fact, Shane's probably a better person than me. Okay, I'm not that great. But what I'm saying is I appreciate what Shane Dawson has tried to do. If he is genuine, that's awesome. I hope he does more. He actually does more, not like says stuff, but actually does more. And I hope that he leads his example of, hey, I'm not just going to say fucking sorry. I'm going to actually do something good for the community. You know, that would be great. So peace and love to you all. I'll be cussing at you and calling you worthless tomorrow. But right now, I'm on my my BPD. I'm just kidding. I'm not on BPD. But I'm on my mania. Anyway, thanks to everyone who is incredibly supportive of my porn career.